My name is Teresa Sinner. I am white. I'm 50. Woo!
Yay!
I'm married. I am a ministerial candidate in the Free Methodist Church. I live in Upland, California. I have 5 children, and I'm a Republican.
Yay! All right, so the first question is, as a woman, what have been some of your greatest desires?
Well, when I was younger, getting married and having children were some of my big desires. And then going back to school to finish my degree, going to seminary was a huge one for me. And then now it's kind of shifted since my kids are older and grown and all of that. I really would like to fulfill my calling outside of the home. So I'm looking for a way to do that.
And that's amazing because that's some of the things that we're talking about in our class. So it's really cool to see how it actually happens. So awesome. Number 2, we know that men and women differ biologically, but what are some of their other fundamental differences? Are men and women interchangeable?
Other fundamental differences. Okay, well, I think that I wouldn't say that men and women are truly interchangeable, for everything. But I think for a lot of, if you're looking in terms of capacity to do things, I think men and women are mostly interchangeable. Women can do the same kinds of things that men can, with the exception of that men are generally physically stronger than women. But other than that, and then other big differences. Women are a little bit chattier, generally speaking. Women, I think, are better at being able to process emotion and verbalize their feelings, whereas men tend to have a little more difficulty doing that. And granted, these are generalizations.
Yeah.
So,
of course, and you have boys, and then so you saw all that, and then with your girl, the difference between that, I'm pretty sure being your last one was a girl.
Yeah. But even amongst the boys, there's differences in their emotional capacity and ability to talk about what's going on inside.
Yay. Okay. So what are the differences between how you dated when you were in your 20s and how young men and women date today?
All right. Well, obviously I'm not dating now, but I do have children, and I've kind of watched them go through some of this stuff. I think that, when I was growing up, you talked on the phone. If you were either talking on the phone or you were actually spending time together. There was not a lot of, nowadays they have, you can learn about someone through social media. You know who their friends are, what they're about. But I think also within this whole technological aspect of dating, there is and just within the web and all that, there's the opportunity for misrepresentation. Putting something out there, or someone that you think because they put out this image is not necessarily who they say they are. So but once you get beyond that and you're actually spending time with a person, I think the dynamics are pretty much the same.
The same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think social media you can know about a person before you even talk to them or send them a message, and I think that can be kind of creepy. You don't even know if this person has they know everything about you, who your brothers and your sisters, your mom and dad are, even before they meet you, so they can pretend to be your type and not even really be your type.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
but that would be one way. That would be a different way of manipulating.
Yeah, because they'll know all your interests.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's why I don't like.
Oh, wow.
I don't meet people through social media, for sure.
And then there's the whole online dating thing, too.
Yes.
And that's huge. A lot
Christian
of people...
Mingle,
a lot of people actually do that, and it works. It seems to work for them. So.
One of our worship leaders, he met his wife through social media, through, one of those Christian Mingle. So I can see where it can work, but it's very... I think it's a 50-50 thing, because you don't really know.
Yeah. You still have to physically
meet,
spend time together, and get to know the person.
Yeah. Okay, so do you believe that romantic love is a myth?
Okay. Well, let me tell you about what I think about romantic love. I think romantic love is based on having an attraction to someone.
Mhm.
And at 50, I can tell you that throughout my adult life, I've had attraction for a lot of people.
Mhm.
You know, you're attracted to someone. You have chemistry. That's the word they use, chemistry.
Mhm.
And you can choose to nurture chemistry, or you can choose to suppress it
Mhm.
and use your affections towards someone else. So yes, you can fall in love, and it's not a myth. People do fall in love.
Yeah.
You know, you have all these feelings inside, and I think it's a God-given desire to want to share your life with
Mhm.
someone. Um, but yeah, you just need to be careful because
Yeah.
it's a very powerful it's a very powerful thing. This
Mhm.
thing we call love. So not a myth. It's real, but be careful with it.
You have to be smart.
Smart, yes.
Smart in who you love and what you choose.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think men today are feminized, not allowed to be real men? That's the example they gave you. Why or why not?
I don't see it. I don't. Maybe my husband's just a manly man and my sons
Yeah.
are manly boys, but yeah, I don't see that. I've heard that. I've heard about the feminization of the church, and I really reject that. And I don't, quite frankly, I don't think being feminine is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
You know, to treat women with respect, to be an equal partner in the home with helping out. These are good things.
Yeah.
You know, so if they're being feminized, then good. But I don't think that the changes that we're seeing are negative in any respect. So anyway,
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you for or against abortion? Why or why not?
Yeah. I'm against abortion. And I think that, you know, as women, we have suffered oppression
Mm-hmm.
throughout, I just want to say throughout history,
Mm-hmm.
because we have had less power and we've been kept in positions of lesser power. We've suffered violence, both physically and psychologically, and all of that. I think that it is incumbent upon us to be just and to protect that which is vulnerable, because we ourselves have been vulnerable, and for a lot of women are. And I think that an unborn child is the epitome of vulnerability, and it's I think unjust to kill something that can't this child, this person that can't defend themselves. I think it violates. You know, if we think about that the womb is intended to be a place of life. To deprive, I don't know, to go against that is just not good. And beyond that, I've talked with women, and I've led a women's ministry. I've talked with women that have had abortions, and there's just such a psychological weight that they bear, you know, for having done that. And we have to do a lot of healing work, a lot of forgiveness work, and all of that to help women come back. So I don't really think it's good for women. Yeah.
I loved the way that you said that. That was amazing. Okay, so last one. 67 other countries have had female presidents. Why hasn't the United States had a female president yet?
That is a great question.
You
know? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't get it. We've got senators, we've got congresswomen, you know, we have CEOs, we've got, you know, doctors and attorneys and inventors and just all kinds of things. I think there's just still this lingering bias against women and for men in positions of political power. But it's coming. It has to be coming.
Yeah.
You know, with the election of President Obama, you know, we are opening some doors that have not been opened before as well. Yeah. So I think it's coming.
Yay.
So run for office.
Every woman. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it. You are so wise, and I couldn't have picked a better person to do this. So thank
Thanks,
you.
Vanessa. I appreciate the affirmation.
Yay.
Bless you, sweetie.
Thank you.